Hi. Ooh, I actually have a wishbone that I've saved. I haven't pulled it yet. I'm saving it for an important reason. All right, so welcome in. Thanks for finding our channel. We're going to be sharing divine guidance with you. So let's call in our angels, saints, ancestors, and guides into our space to provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love, and we are ready to rock. All right, crystal ball, clarity, insight. Let's see, what does our collective need to know? Okay, healing, crystals. Okay, we have dowsing rods, seeker. You could be looking for answers. You could be looking for healing. Okay, fickle, flowers. All right. Roses are significant. So are white flowers, daisies. Gamble, dice. Take a chance. Take a risk. Omen. Pendulum. Astrology. Destiny. Decision. Wheel of Fortune. Fate. Woo! Thunder and lightning. Power. This ought to be good. Oh boy. Hi, my baby. What does the crystals one say? Oops. Here we go. Be conscious of every word you speak and each thought you think. Concentrate. Hold on, that's the wrong one. But that is a good, important part. Book a Reiki or crystal energy healing session for yourself. Discover the healing properties of crystals. Your life purpose involves healing. A situation will be healed soon. Your healing prayers are working. It's time to forgive. You have been focused on those who require help that you have forgotten about yourself. Like so many, you've been taught to put the needs of others first and your own wonderful self last. But this is the opposite of the way in which you are the world are healed. Nurturing, loving, and caring for yourself leads you to the wholeness and abundance and balance that gives you the strength to help those around you without draining your own life force energy. When you are healed and whole, the world around you heals as well. Understand, my cat. Understand and practice this to develop healing mastery. The crystals card may also indicate that too much energy has been spent on hurt, disappointment, and anger. It's time to let go and move on. All right, so there's a need to, pour into your own cup first before pouring into others' cups. All right, we're going to look at this. Hi, baby. Look at this cute kitty cat. Dowsing rods. Okay. These talk about seek and you will find. So they're asking for you not to give up. You're almost there. Time to step into your destiny. Or a lost item will be found soon. You found the information you've been looking for, and a reconciliation and reunion bring great joy. Oh. So what you're looking for is also looking for you. The dowsing rods have sought you out to announce that your search is almost over. You have spent a long time looking in the wrong places. Now is the moment to sense through your heart, using the natural elements as your guide. Doing so will point you in the right direction. Walk your path of destiny, aware of the signs to follow, and be in flow of water beneath your feet, in the depths of the earth. Create no attachments to the paths of others, for they may lead you to far more barren lands. You seek your path, and they seek theirs. Nature will guide you, so get out and seek out the watering holes, the streams and rivers, and find what you need in their reflections. That's beautiful. Dowsing rods. Flowers. I can buy myself flowers. Stop giving others the runaround. Make the first move. Be clear about what or whom you really want. Romance awaits. You are worthy of love. Listen, if you've been playing games with someone's emotions, even your own, the Flowers card has come to ask you to make up your mind before you lose what could be a really great relationship. Possibly it's exactly what you've been hoping for. So this is about taking stock of your behavior. Are you devoted one minute, then backing off the next, leaving things totally up in the air? Your lack of decisiveness is affecting others' happiness as well as your own. Now is the time to take a look at the root of the problem. There could be fear here. Ask yourself, what exactly are you scared of? Maybe you're a bit unsure about getting back out there. I feel like there's something that you're being asked to take a chance on. Dice. Gamblers Anonymous can help recovery from a gambling addiction if you feel that someone or you need help. This also talks about taking time to take a risk. Recognize which of your strengths or weaknesses support a decision you're going to be making. There's also confidence here, knowing what to do. I'm also getting whatever you decide will be supported. You could be asked to stay or go. This is what you've been wondering of late. You want to throw in the towel, but if you do, are you running away from your responsibilities? Perhaps you should persevere and carry on. It might get better, but what if it doesn't? If a situation is not serving you or as it should? And if there's this energy of not feeling appreciated, then surely it's time to leave. However, as you have put in so much time and energy, it may be a mistake to leave before you reap the rewards. You can stay in the warmth of your comfort zone or gamble it all away on a leap into the unknown, which might eventually lead you to adventures that will fulfill your soul, dream, and desires. Only you can decide whether or not to take the risk. Time to roll the dice. Interesting. So there's something coming in that's going to ask you to take a chance. Okay? It is something that you have been tapping into and seeking. Okay? And it's coming in as a result of your healing. Okay? So, interesting. This one talks about an omen. Be alert for the signs are all around you. You have not heeded your internal alarm, so this flight of birds comes to warn you. You could be in the process of making a huge mistake. You may be flying high at the moment, but could fall quickly and suffer a very nasty bump as you land. Already you have been swept away, but never fear. It's not too late to get back on track. Ask yourself what resonates with your truth and integrity and take action accordingly. Sometimes soar freely above the commitments you have made. Liberate your mind and heart to allow your soul to take off. What this is telling you is to not ignore your intuition, messages, or signs from the universe. Think before doing anything that will take you from your true path. Okay? And then it says someone is not being honest with you. This is not a time for new ventures. Do not move forward at this time. So right now it could be not in your highest and greatest good to move forward with something, maybe because somebody isn't being honest, and so you're needing to listen to your intuition and your signs and synchronicities and angel messages to know whether it's for you or not. All right, pendulum. I'm getting like this is really more about like paying attention to the signs and synchronicities and listening to your intuition, okay? The pendulum. Seek your answers from within rather than from another. Okay, this makes more sense now with that card. Trust your own wise counsel. Be more discerning. Don't take others' advice at face value. Okay, and we literally were just talking about someone's not being honest with you, so you're needing to trust your own wise counsel. Be more discerning. Don't take others' advice at face value. Release guilt and focus on what's best for you. A major decision will soon need to be made. And, you know, maybe using a pendulum as a way of getting a yes or no answer. Okay, next we have astrology. This talks about a destiny. Visit an accredited astrologer to have your chart done. Enjoy stargazing and learning about the planets and how their alignments affect you. Take bold steps towards your chosen destiny and go for it. All right, so you're being asked to tap in and realize that you have a life purpose here and you're here to shine very brightly. You have always felt different and special and known that you were meant to be big. Trouble is life has gotten in the way, and even though you have felt a calling, you don't actually know what it is that you're meant to do. Before you were born, you chose the exact time of your birth and date to determine who you would be in this lifetime and what you came here to achieve. Your astrological signs, stars, and planetary movement all play a big part in your life. Yes, you can create your own destiny, but it is the stars that point you in the right direction. So go seek out the astrological map of the journey of your life. By doing so, many answers will be revealed to you. Not only will you be fascinated, you'll also find that which you have been searching for all this time. So some of you need to do that research, okay, or seek a professional. And then I have Wheel of Fortune. This talks about fate. So we have destiny and fate. Let's see here. And it's about to storm. And literally the bottom of this deck says thunder and lightning. And it's happening outside. And then after that is Oracle and Wisdom. Okay. And then after that is Tarot and Guidance. Cool. All right. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune and we'll wrap this up. All right, so jealousy and envy are useless emotions. Your turn will come. What goes around comes around. It's how you deal with an outcome that's important. There are lessons to be learned. This is part of your soul's journey, so enjoy the ride. The Wheel of Fortune can raise you high or bring you low. You may feel like the luckiest person alive when all is going your way. But when a blow strikes, it can feel like the end of the world. Okay, now this asks you to be completely indifferent to both victory and defeat. If you live by this rule of acceptance, you will master the teachings of fate, who can be both unjust and cruel goddess, as well as fair and generous one. Get your reactions in check and realize that when the wheel has spun you into lessons designed for your learning, understanding, and spiritual growth. When you envy someone else who rides high, know everything can change with the spin of the wheel, which propels you to the same dizzying heights. Interesting. So it's like as the wheel turns. Okay, so you could be experiencing a bit of an upswing here, but I'm also getting like those who may be experiencing a downswing at this time. It's for the sake of lessons. And once those lessons are learned, there'll be an upswing. So instead of being jealous and envious of others who are doing really well, you don't know what it took for them to learn their lessons to get to where they're at. So be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. And I feel like there's guidance here for you to help align you with your soul's path and journey, specifically like your purpose and why you're here. So checking your birth date, doing your astrological chart, is going to help you with that additional wisdom, okay? Okay, let's talk a little bit about the bottom of the deck energy. This talks about thunder and lightning and your power. Seeing lightning or dreaming about it also denotes an opportunity to express and cleanse yourself of any deep-seated anger you hold. Lightning is a buildup of energy seeking release, right? Energy is energy. It doesn't disappear. It just needs to be transmuted into something else. Hearing distant thunder indicates that there is still time to manage a potentially difficult situation. So this talks about you have so many strengths, yet you allow people to take away your power. When your words are discounted or your actions mocked, your light fades, okay? You may tell yourself it doesn't matter as long as you know the real truth. But the danger comes when you start to believe others' dismissive attitudes towards you. Now is the time to take a stand and to assert your authority so you can grow fully into your power and shine your light. Otherwise, you can deny not only yourself but others who could benefit from your gifts. Draw inspiration from the electrical charge of lightning, learn the authority of thunder, and stand bold. Never give your power away again. The end. The end. Yeah. You have called your power back. Okay. Amazing. Love this deck. This is probably, I always say this about every deck. This is my favorite deck. But this is one of the top decks for me. I love the messaging. I love the divination tools. You know, feeling the need to kind of like clear the energy here. So excuse me while I do so for a minute. All right. Okay. Let's do a little tarot. All right. Let's see here. Kitty cats. Empress. I'm seeing the Empress a lot. Rise of the Divine Feminine. Okay. Compassion, right, is being restored. Harmony, peace. We all are fighting for peace. We're all fighting for prosperity, right? Let's see what the messages are for our team here. Look at oh, you're funny. I love it. It's like, look at this beautiful pregnancy, creation, life. Like, there wouldn't be life on earth if it wasn't for the feminine. Okay? The womb of creation of all things, not just humans. Right? Like, this goes so far deep. It's the fear and control, right? They can't control the feminine, so they suppress the feminine, right? Hierophant, wise counsel here. Trust, surrender. Like, the Hierophant is surrendering to a higher power, right? Understanding that silence is also power. Connection is power. Understanding that there are things that are more powerful than man. Okay. Yeah. I feel like the feminine energy is needed to be integrated. Okay. There's a bit of absence here when it comes to our physical reality. There's a need to reintegrate the feminine in our spiritual lives and the different areas of our lives in which this is an impact. You know, with this, I'm getting a bit of like spiritual leadership. I'm getting a bit of like the hidden motives, the suppression, like all of the areas in which our lives have been affected by the absence of the feminine power, right? So prior was like, you know, you're no longer giving your power away, right? Your power is in your purpose of creation, okay? They only can take your power if you give it to them, if you allow it. Yeah, I feel like, you know, the feminine was de-emphasized in in all religions. Okay, the power of the feminine, you know, has a strong place here. All right, and it's literally affected all areas of our lives because there's been this suppression. I'm getting a bit of that. So there's this like I'm getting like unveiling. Look at 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, all the areas of our life have been affected by this abandonment of the feminine, right? It's almost like the mother wound, the abandonment wound here, feeling like enough, right? Like there's a compassion and nurturing side that's needed for balance and harmony when it comes to our physical experience here. Yeah, there's this Six of Swords here. So there's moving away from like troubled waters into somewhere more calm, safe, and peaceful. Sometimes the memories are too much to bear, and there's a need to move away and not look back. I have the Eight of Wands. So there's many initiatives, many projects, many coming together for a similar cause. Projects, planning, maybe there's a coordinated effort playing out here, and you're part of that team. You're part of that team, Two of Cups. It's like you're here to co-create and you're going to help others, okay? So there's this like cooperative effort here. It's like understanding that both are needed for creation, okay? Ten of Cups, especially when it comes to like a fulfilling life. Hermit. Yeah, going within for that spiritual guidance and connection. Not looking outside of yourself, because everything you need is within. Okay? As within, so without. Ooh, I saw the Emperor. Knight of Pentacles. Making wise investments. Putting your energy where it counts. Following the steps needed. Like everything, you know, takes a while to come to fruition, right? Also like watching something grow and develop into something that's stable and secure. All right, I have a Five of Swords. So there is this like outside influence here that wants to interfere. This is like the shadow self, the unhealed versions of ourselves that are fragmented, disjointed, not integrated. Okay, there's this like being in the gray. And let's see, Queen of Swords. There could be like a call to action here. All right, I have temperance here. So this is like bringing balance into the reality here, because people feel unguided and they are seeking higher guidance. And so you could be someone who, I'm getting like this flow. I'm seeing this like, yeah, I'm looking at the Hermit and I'm seeing that energy flow. All right. And it may be just what somebody needs in order to help them align with their purpose. I feel like the Hermit energy is like being able to provide some sort of guidance on someone's path. Okay, so this is like go within for that guidance. Everything you seek is within you. This is also like eliminating the distractions, eliminating what keeps us low, feeling confused. There's this energy of balance and integration of the feminine and the masculine here needed. I feel like there was an attempt to keep the feminine or something imbalanced here. There was an attempt to keep things in a state of imbalance. Okay, and then I have there is a call of answering the call, or some sort of call to action, or speaking truth, creating something, right, that is allowing words to be spoken, and it creates. So it's like having this ability to create what you desire, what you call into your existence, okay, into your reality. It's like your beliefs make manifest here, okay. Nine of Swords. So there could be something that, you know, is done to create fear, anxiety, confusion, lack of clarity, lack of understanding. I feel like there's this guidance here. There's this balance being restored on a spiritual level that is going to help with this energy. King of Swords. Okay, so those who you may have dealt with that put you in some sort of worry, I feel like you're experiencing peace now. I feel like peace has been restored in your life. Okay, I'm getting like there is an energy here that is overseeing everything. Okay, King of Swords. There's integrity here. There's looking out for someone. I feel like someone could be looking, I'm getting like there's energy looking out for this earth angel here. This could be like an ancestor, definitely like wise counsel, spirit guide as well. I feel like your spiritual team brings you clarity and insight so that you can help restore peace and harmony here. So it's like you connect here with this. So this King of Swords, is this a spirit guide, ancestor? Yes. What is my cat? I'm getting like everybody has access to this wisdom and knowledge. They just have to look into it, seek it for yourself, and you shall find. Right? We put ourselves in these restrictions. I feel like there's energy that is self-restricting. Like your mind is getting the best of you. Like free your mind and the rest will follow. So you could be helping others free their mind. All right, you might receive this guidance to like pay it forward, like charitable giving and receiving, reciprocating, letting people know like their actions have reactions, and that's what they could be experiencing as a result of their mindset, right? This is that Five of Swords, right? Like wanting to control the narrative, the outcome, manipulating others for the sake of, it's like mind control, the programming. It's like being able to help people free themselves from the mind control here in this realm. Teaching them how to be free thinkers, okay? How your mind controls your reality. Okay, there's change here for the collective, okay? And it's happening on a massive scale. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Not often that you see that. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Yeah, that's a lot of fives. That's a lot of change. You're here to bring change. You are the change. Right? Here's the Judgment card. Okay? Change is upon us for our highest and greatest good. Everybody deserves love. There's enough to go around. There's an abundance of love. Your wishes and dreams are coming true. So it's like focus on what you want, not what you don't want, all right? Because you can go from the Nine of Swords to the Nine of Cups. It depends on what you're wishing for. What you're thinking about is what's going to create in your reality. I'm getting like you're going to be an example of this, okay? And I'm getting like you've put to rest what needs to be put to rest. You've laid down that experience, that difficulty, that thorn, and now you're like, okay, now that I understand what I need to do, I'm going to focus and dream and create something that I really want to desire. This is kind of like, visioning what you want. So maybe, writing out, a bit of journaling, prompting, that type of thing to kind of like get your ideas out there, make a plan for the future, and then take action. Okay, you are divinely protected and guided on this path. Okay, it's a spiritual path. You're called to something greater than yourself. You feel it, you know it. You've been initiated, you're doing this, and I'm getting like you're going to be led exactly to where you're meant to be, okay? You are going to work with others, okay? So there's a collaboration here, and I feel like right now it's time to rest and connect and gain a new perspective. What seemed like an injustice was actually a blessing in disguise. There's some sort of new acquaintance coming in, and I'm getting like this is going to help bring this into fruition, and soon it will be go time, okay? You will have the resources that you need in order to create what you came here to create. What you're doing here is bigger than you. Okay? I love that for you. All right, y'all. This is our reading for today. Just remember that, like, you know, you're birthing something amazing. It's important. You know, it's like, you know, continue to focus and be devoted to what you're here to create. I feel like you have the support of the universe, the divine. And the power of 3, y'all. The power of 3. The feminine, the masculine, and the creator. Okay, that's how we manifest. All right, so I hope this finds who needs it, and I will see you guys on the next reading, and I hope you have the most amazing day. Bye now.